Hi there, welcome back to Create with Leah. Today I would like to show you the neat writing techniques for both of my iPads. So I have this 11-inch iPad Pro and it's easier to write like a proper neat way on this iPad because it has a bigger screen. But I also have, and maybe some of you also have, an iPad mini 5. So this is great if I decide to go for a trip and it's difficult for me to carry the big one, and it's easy to carry this one, so I can continue writing nicely on this iPad mini. So first let's start with 11-inch and then we switch to iPad mini. So I normally love writing on black. I will show you first on black and then we can switch to white. So I'll start with notebook, just any notebook. It can be blank, it can be dots for journaling. So let's see. So I'll show you on a dotted paper my own neat writing techniques. I'll just create that. Okay, so we have this working screen, 11-inch. For me to write nicely, neatly, I normally use brush pen. I love the brush pen because with brush pen, for me, it's easy to write. And I also love the thin line. So let me show you. And I noticed that if, for example, I bring it close like this, it looks even more beautiful. So, for example, let's try this. So it looks more neat than that, you see. Another thing I noticed is that when I write each letter separate from each other, it looks prettier than if I write everything together. So for example, and now I'll try to write everything together. To me, the most beautiful sentence here, the most nice looking one is this one. So what you can do later, you can resize it and make it bigger if you want to. When I write separate letters, or you can also try with zoom. So for example, you can use the zoom tool. So let's try it once more. And it's better than, for example, fountain. Let's try with fountain pen. Yeah, maybe some people like it, but I love the brush one. Let's try ball pen. The thing is, what I love about a brush pen is that sometimes it's thin, sometimes it's thick. So, depending on how you press on your pen, it becomes thinner or thicker. See, like here, and it looks much more prettier than these ones. I don't know. To me, they look quite simple. So I prefer to use brush pen with the thinnest line. So that's my first tip, to use the brush pen. My second technique is to add pictures or some kind of stickers. So that's number 2. So for example, I have this kind of, you can purchase stickers if you want to, or you can get them from an image, so from your photos. So I took a screenshot of different images. For example, let's take this one. But the thing is, it shouldn't have any background for you to use this. But since it has a white background, how are you going to use this image as a sticker? So for that, you click on it and you click on crop and then use the freehand. So now you can easily crop this image. So you go around it like this. So it will start looking like a proper sticker, even if it is just an image. You see? So click on done and now we have a sticker. Yay! So that's another thing. Add a lot of nice stickers. Also, there is this kind of the own stickers here from Good Notes. So you can use any sticker like that. Now let's try to add overlay. So that's the third technique. So how do I add overlays? Basically, again with brush pen, I pick the thickness, like the 2 mm thickness, and then I just write overlay. Oops. Oh, okay, it's because I used the zoom tool. Let's bring it here and then continue writing. Yeah, I don't really need zoom for this. Okay, let's try one more time. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take that, copy it, paste here, and add a different color. So like this, for example. Sometimes when you need to write a beautiful word, you can use the overlay feature like this. So for example, if I want to write the word love, I mean, it depends. You see, if you want your letters to be thicker, you have to press on your pen. But if you want it thinner, then you don't really need to do that. So, and then you just take this feature of copying and pasting, and then change the color to any color you want. You can also resize it. Same with this one. Okay, so that's going to be our overlay. I don't know which one looks better, this one or this one. Okay, let's remove that and we continue using this word. Okay, so that's the overlay. Another thing to do is you can also use a rectangular square. So sometimes if you want to highlight a word, for example, let's say I want to double my, and I want to say income, for example. Let's try once more. Now I want to say double my income in the rectangular square. So since money is associated with green, let's go and pick some kind of light green like this. So I'm gonna say double. So I want to double my income. Now let's take this shape tool and then we just draw the lines like so. So that's going to be our classic rectangular square. You can actually achieve this outcome by using the text feature as well. So for example, and we can also add a text box like this. Okay, so that's another option you can do. Now you can also spice it up in a different way. So for example, let's pick another color, like for example this one. I use the purple. Now let's go and find a highlight for that, maybe something like this, and then we can go back to purple again and add some kind of lines. Again, with a lasso tool here, you can make it bigger, resize it like so, and then change the color. Okay, let's try another color because everything is red and green. So maybe some blue or light blue. Whatever colors you like here, you can actually add it as a preset. There will be a plus button that you can add as a preset. So for example, I don't know, let's see, like here you see this color, for example, I liked. so I can add it as preset here. And then if it is the most important color from all the colors I have here, I can easily drag it to the top like so. So that's another thing to spice up your text. I also noticed how other people adding some kind of extra stuff. For example, let's write here extra. And I haven't tried it, but let's try it now. So they normally do some stuff like this. Because I always write on the go, I don't have time to sit down and perfectly do this kind of extra stuff, but why not? Maybe let's color this into yellow as well. That's something you can add, or sometimes you can do this. Let's write here again. I like this blue so much, and put some lines like so. Or you can do this. Again, we will have this kind of lines. Okay, so you see, you can choose from all of these. Another thing is, GoodNotes has a built-in sticker notes, so you can use sticker notes. Let's go and pick some. So you can pick something like this, and then we can say that's a sticker. Okay, and we can also pick different stickers like so. So this is I use for beautiful neat writing. So I use the brush pen, and I also write each letter separate from each other, and then I add some stickers and overlays and this kind of rectangular, and sometimes some text and some other extra stuff, sticker notes, so then my handwriting looks neat and beautiful. So let's imagine we have this to-do list. Now let's spice it up. So what we can do to make it more pretty, let's go and use the lasso tool and then change the color of this to, for example, red, because London is associated with red. Another thing we need to add is, for example, if this one is more important than all of the other stuff in the bucket, we can go and use the rectangular tool. Now we can also add a sticker. So let's go ahead and add this one. And then we can say whom I'm gonna have a tea with my friend Rupi. Now let's add some more pretty stickers. So I've got them here. Since I'm gonna do it on weekend, I can use this sticker. So on weekend I will go to Opera House, and maybe I'll add some more, like, you know, this one, for example. I mean, it depends in your library how many stickers you have, but these are the stickers that I use. I really honestly advise you to go to London Borough Market if you happen to be in London. It's a very neat and nice market with lots of seating area, and you can do a lot of interesting shopping and just enjoy your time. Because I used to live next to London Borough Market, I've been going there every day. So let's try to use another highlighter here. We didn't add any overlay option, so let's try to do that for this word opera. Again, let's use the lasso tool. Okay, that's how you can decorate your to-do list. And also, this is how I write neatly, nicely on my notes. Okay, it was easy enough on iPad 11. Now let's try how it's gonna look like on iPad mini 5. We're gonna use all the same techniques that I've shown on my iPad 11. We're gonna use exactly the same on iPad mini 5, and then we'll see if we have the same effect. So again, I love brush pen. You can also get the pressure sensitivity. I use it for max, and let's try and write with that. On iPad mini it's too thin, so I'll try with this one. Okay, but the brush pen doesn't look exactly the same as in iPad 11, but still it's fine. Now let's add some pictures and stickers. Now let's add some stickers from here. GoodNotes has already some stickers. Let's check what they have. But you can also add your own stickers. So for example, let's try to use this one, but on black it doesn't look nice. We need brighter stickers to use in here. Now we'll add overlay and see how it works here. For that, we'll come to the thickest here, and I'll try to write it here. So we use the lasso tool. Next, let's add the classic rectangular. So I'm gonna write here number 4. So I want to double my income. Who doesn't want, right? Everyone wants to double their income. We don't have enough space. So we have to use a lasso tool. Now, we can also spice it up with colors, right? So I'm going to spice it up. And finally, let's add some sticker notes. These are built in within GoodNotes. So that's handy. Okay, check it out. How does it look like? This is iPad mini 5 and this is iPad 11 Pro. What do you think? So as you can see, I've created almost the same effect as with iPad 11. So yeah, basically you can work easily with both of the iPads. This is iPad mini 5. The thing is, iPad mini 5 only works with Apple Pencil generation 1, while this iPad 11 works with iPad Pencil generation 2. The thing is, I bought this sleeve for this Apple Pencil because it's easier for me to write, because it's thicker to write. So you can also consider buying that for your pencil. And this is not Apple Pencil, this is a stylus pen done specially for Apple tablets like iPads, so you can get a stylus pen instead of the generation 1. Another trick that I can share with you is that this iPad has a, maybe you cannot see, but it has paperless skin protector for the iPad. You see, I've attached that here, so when you actually write on it, it feels like you're writing on a paper. And I got exactly the same for the iPad mini. You see, it didn't properly stick, but more or less it also has screen protector for iPad mini as well. And I also got this cover to put my pen in if I decide to carry it with me like that, or if I decide to watch a movie and etc. Another thing I noticed with this iPad, it's better to use it as a landscape notes rather than portrait. So for example, if you want to change this template to a landscape rather than the portrait, you click on the change template and then you can choose landscape here, and then you can choose a dotted one. And it's easier like this than, for example, this way. So you have more space to write. For iPad mini, I advise you to use it as in a landscape mode. I hope this video was helpful. If so, please subscribe, click the like button and stay tuned. My name is Leah and this is Create with Leah.